guys. Oh, I just realised you can't really see. That's a lot brighter than I thought it would be. Oh, well, today is December 13th, which means it's the first day of the 12 days of Vlogmas. So, it's an absolutely terrible intro, isn't it? I should probably go downstairs, on my neck. I will go downstairs, get the proper camera, not my phone, and figure out what video I'm meant to be doing today. Because first off I need a coffee, but I made a list, so we'll see where this goes.
Look, I even got a proper tree this year. Decorated, it's got lights and stuff. You can't see it, but actually on the top of the tree is something that I 3D printed. I 3D printed a star for the top of my tree because I did not have one and I did not want to leave the house to go and buy one. Benefits of having a 3D printer. So, the first video today is what's happened since last Vlogmas, and actually a fair bit. It's weird. A fair bit has happened, but not a lot has changed. Really should have put that on mute, shouldn't I? But yeah, a lot has happened, but not a lot has changed. I still don't have a partner. I still don't have a full-time job. But I'm working my way up. I've been doing some freelance stuff. Been doing some, which is weird for me, I've been doing some designing, because one of the things that happened this year is I got my first 3D printer, as obvious as done by the fact that I 3D printed some stuff up there. But whereas I started printing out things like these, so will this focus on this? I don't think it will because it's like translucent. I started printing out little vases like that. Which are actually really nice and really cute, but I started printing functional things. So this is my new camera, so I don't need it, but on my older camera I printed a bracket that let me see the screen whilst I was in front of it, because whereas my new camera, the screen flips sideways so I can see myself. Hello self. The older one, the screen flipped down. So if the camera was on a tripod, I couldn't see the screen. So I printed a bracket that basically just acted as a spacer, which means the bracket mounted to the tripod, the top of the bracket mounted to the camera, which would allow the screen to flip down so I could see myself in front of the camera, which made framing and all that sort of stuff easier. What else? I also printed the corners and joiners for a table, which is holding up my fish tank printer and espresso machine. I 3D printed a new knob for the 3D printer because the old one was rubbish. Loads of wall hooks actually, again I'll put some b-roll in over there. There are little hooks to hold my bags up and they're 3D printed. So whereas there are lots of like just 3D trinkets and crap like that, there is actually a fair few functional prints I've done, and I've started to do a few more of those. But one of my favourite things I've done recently is... Actually, wait there, I'm going to show you. So, as you may or may not know, one of my favourite shows at the moment is Arrow on the CW, which is a superhero show about the Green Arrow, who is an archer. And in the latest, or the penultimate episode of this half season, was a 4-night crossover, a 2-night 4-show crossover with the other 3 shows in the CW universe, one of which included Supergirl. So, with a lack of any Batman in this universe at the moment, Oliver Queen, who is the Green Arrow, is kind of the paranoid person who has every precaution thought of. So in the trailer for that, he made a kryptonite arrowhead in case Supergirl went bad. So I took a screenshot and some calipers and my own arrows, and I made this. I made my own kryptonite arrowhead. Is that gonna focus? No, you're just gonna focus on me instead. Well, that's annoying, but translucent green, PETG, it's just a type of filament used. And I mounted it on an actual arrow. This is one of my actual archery arrows, so I measured it, the shaft, around this shaft so it would fit. And I now have a kryptonite arrow. Again, not a functional print, but definitely one of my favourite ones at the moment. What else? I've been doing same old, really. Loads of phones, a couple of laptops. Things that haven't really changed. Unfortunately for me, my mental health hasn't really gotten much better. My jaw has actually gotten a fair amount worse. I'm actually on a waiting list to go see a maxillofacial surgeon right now. It hurts a lot. My diet for the last month and a half, 2 months, has been incredibly soft pasta, soups, noodles, things like that. Anything that doesn't really require a whole lot of chewing and has some sort of broth has kind of been what I'm living on at the moment. So that's kind of just what's happened in this. I should not be trusted with anything. So that's kind of what's happened in this last year. A fair amount has happened, but not a lot has changed. I've gotten into 3D printing. I've been doing a lot more freelance writing, so like news and reviews. Overall, not a lot in my life has actually changed for me, for better or for worse, I should say. So yeah, this kind of marks day one of Vlogmas. Wow, I wanted to end it on a better note, but well, I've got 11 more days. I can probably do better. But tomorrow is actually something I'm looking forward to. So, something you may or may not know I'm very interested in is electric cars, or electric vehicles in general. So tomorrow, I am going to test drive the brand new, well, I say brand new, it's a couple months old now, the brand new 41 kilowatt hour Renault Zoe. And I'm so excited, and I'm going to take you guys along. So whether or not I'll be shooting or whether or not I'll be driving is unknown yet. Haven't quite decided, but I really should have muted that. But yeah, so tomorrow is going to be test driving the Renault Zoe. I'm super excited. So yeah, this has been day one of the 12 days of Vlogmas. You can find me at mobile_dom everywhere. I pretty much live on Twitter at the moment, and you can get me on Instagram as well. I post loads of 3D printing stuff, photos of animals, and stupid injuries I get. I get a lot of stupid injuries. So until tomorrow, see ya.